Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in here live once again for another episode of Weekly Win Streak. We're back. TP3 Bets. What up, bro? Coming to y'all live for another live stream, man. It's been a great run, man. It feels like we're probably coming around our year anniversary of us starting the Weekly Win Streak. I'd say we're probably like 2 months or so out from that. So it's been a good run. For the most part, we've gotten on here like almost every single day. So then at least if we're not on here every single day, we've been on multiple times a week, except for that 1 week, I think, when I was out of town. But other than that, it's been basically every single week, guys. So we're still coming along strong. We're still going crazy, and we're back in the studio once again with another hit for y'all, bro. How we doing today, man?
We're doing great. Fresh off the golf course. Hopefully ready to get on a winning streak. It was out full transparency, a really bad weekend. So we're ready to get right in the betting world today. How was your weekend? How are you? How does 30 feel?
Man, definitely old, but not that old, man. We're 30 years old now, so those are all keep calling me a kid. I guess I'll take it as a compliment at this point in time since I'm 30 years old now. But yeah, man, it was a good weekend. Honestly, it won like two units on Friday night, lost like 1.3 units on my birthday, and then yesterday lost like 0.4 units. So it was a whatever weekend. 7-day win streak was lost, but I mean, the losses weren't even nothing bad. We won over 5 units on the week, so up over 20 units on the month. It's been a great run. We turned it around, man, after a horrible February and March. But yeah, man, we're feeling good. Vibes are high today. Guys, Bro told me that he went on the golf course today, and his dad got a little bit mad at somebody. Bro, you want to tell us the story, man? He was about to tell me, and I was like, wait. I was like, you should tell this story on the show.
Yeah, no, it's a good story. I'll try to give like a condensed version of it, but this shit was actually wild. All right, so anyone that plays golf, obviously nobody likes slow play. I went golfing with my dad. We got paired up with a guy and a girl, and the girl was actually pretty decent. But the first hole, it's cart path only. It's a little wet in Ohio still. So the first hole has a ravine on the right-hand side where the cart path is, and there's multiple bridges that you cross to like go hit your ball. Anyways, we all hit our balls out there. We're looking for our balls. And out of nowhere, a ball comes launching into us. Almost hits us, me and my dad. My dad looks back. He's like, where'd that come from? And we didn't know. Lo and behold, we found out it came from the guy in the tee box and his wife. We're still playing. At the first hole, the other two people we're playing with aren't amazing. And we're kind of duffing it around. It's cart path only, so it's a little bit slower. On my second, it's a par 5. So on my third shot, rather, I got like 112 yards in. Nice little layup on the second shot. I hear out of my peripheral fucking noise and vision a golf cart. It's cart path only in the fairway. I turn around. This guy is whipping down the center of the fairway in the golf cart. He like flies in front of me as I'm addressing the ball, and he goes, "Can you fucking let us play through?" This is on the first hole, mind you. "Can you fucking let us play through? I'm not here trying to have a 6-hour round." Blah, 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 blah. Rude as fuck. And, I was just like, listen, we were already talking about it. You were the one that hit into us already, weren't you? You could tell, guilty. And we were already talking about letting you play through after this hole. Like, it's the first hole, bro. Chill. So he, like, as a child, I had no profanity. I was calm. My dad was looking for his ball, so he didn't hear this or see this. We're on the green. This guy hits into us again, and the ball comes flying past us while we're putting. And then my dad kind of figured out what was going on. The guy comes up to us again. He's like, "Hurry the fuck up, blah, blah, blah." Just saying all this shit. And he had his club, like, raised up in the air. And my dad, I shit you not, he goes, "I will murder you. I will literally murder you. You will not leave this golf course in anything but a box if you take one more step closer to me with that club in your hand." Dude, and my dad was hot. I'm talking hot. After the hole, he's like, "Let me go up to the tee box. I'm going to beat his ass." I'm like, "No, dude. This is a fucking Monday morning. It is 10 o'clock. How are you guys angry? I'm trying to play golf here." Wild. Had to stop it. It was wild. But fuck that guy. And don't ever be like that, all right? That was wild. First hole, get out. And we're playing with a girl. Have some fucking manners here.
Yeah, bro, that is fucking wild. Honestly, hey, you're proud of you, bro, for being the bigger man right there. I mean, yeah, dude, y'all should have beat that dude's ass. Fuck that. The fact he said you guys are, the fact he approached like that, he should have been like, hey guys, can after this hole's over, can we play in front of y'all? We're playing fast, and y'all would have probably been like, go for it, buddy. But the fact he said
100%.
it like that, I would have been like, fuck no, dude, suck my dick. You're playing behind me today. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, hell no, bro. That's crazy. Damn. Hey, at
Yeah,
least
bro.
you're the bigger man, dude. Fuck that.
Well, I still kind of messed up because at the very end, after like further story, once he played through, the next hole was a par three, and he literally fucking topped the ball like 5 yards. And my dad had to say some fucking smart ass shit after it. Then tempers flared again. He was saying some shit, and I was like, listen, man, I'm praying for you. I really am, because your life must be fucking miserable to be this angry at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning on a golf course. Like, this would be the best it should get. This should be the best it should get. And you're coming at us like this? Should have never said that. Should have just let it go. But old bro probably would have beat the fuck out of that guy. So it's all right. Now we're here. It was a great round of golf. After that, I had to calm down for like 4 or 5 holes. My hands were like fucking shaking. I was ready, fuck them up. But we're here. We're locked in. Now, we got baseball. We got NBA playoffs. T, do you want to start in? We got to start. We got to start on the diamond. We
We always start on the diamond, and then we got to talk NBA next. Yeah, man.
Real quickly, I saw TP3 in a club getting multiple bottles and signs. What you got to tell these folks what the sign said and how your birthday was for a minute.
Oh, the birthday was great, man. Watched NBA all day, and then I went out clubbing at night. The sign said, the first sign that came out said, I think it said, TP3 bets proven winner, and then the second one said, my buddy bought the bottles. I bought the first round. My buddy bought the second round, and it said, TP3 is a hoe. Love the gang.
We love it.
Like that. It was yeah, bro. It was fucking. The second one was hilarious. Honestly, I was dying laughing when I saw the second one come out. But yeah, no, it was a wild night, awesome night. But yeah. So MLB today, guys. First play up here in the MLB. We're gonna go to the Reds versus. Damn, I really wish I took the Mets -1. We got the Reds taking on the Cardinals here, and this is gonna be the theme of the show for me today. We're gonna take the over in this game at 9.5. You look at these two teams. And the Reds are dialed in right now at the plate. Reds are absolutely crushing the baseball. Currently, right now, guys, the Reds are first in batting average, first in runs, 8th in walks, and 4th in home runs in the last 8 games. The Cardinals also top 10 in batting average over that span. It's going to be 80 degrees here in the Great American Small Park, so the ball should be flying today. And Andre Palante is starting when he's a 6.14 road ERA. He can't get people out on the road. And Nick Martinez is really yet to face a high caliber offense. Yet he has a 5+ ERA. And I'm not saying the Cardinals are a high caliber offense, but the fact he really hasn't even faced a good offense yet, he's been getting smashed in these games. I got to come in here, man, take the over. I expect runs to come easy and often in this game today.
Yeah, I love, what did you call their ballpark? That pun was great.
The Great American Small Park.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I love that. And also, just to chime in on that, because I did look at the game. I didn't end up playing it because I chickened out. I love the play, though. Is both of these teams are top 5 hitting against right-handed pitchers, and both of these guys are righties. The Reds are 3rd, and the Cardinals are 2nd. But I don't know what to make of Palante being shite on the road, but good at home when Busch is like a hitter's ballpark. That's really weird.
Yeah, it is really weird, to be honest with you. I just don't think he's any good. He doesn't really strike people out. The ball gets put in play. I saw his velocity is down on most of his pitches, and he was more of a bullpen guy last year, so it could also have to do with him throwing more pitches. So, if anything, I think he's just going to keep trending downwards more. And Cardinals aren't striking out a ton, so I think they should be able to hit the ball some here. With that being said, let's switch our attention here from the MLB, guys. We'll have more MLB picks, obviously, for all tomorrow. Bro's not giving anyone out here. Real quick before we give out NBA picks, Bro, what did you think about your team's draft?
It's terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Honestly, how Andrew Berry still has a job right here, right now, fire him right now. Like, how do you It literally reminded me, if I felt like I just smoked a fucking blunt and then did a Madden fantasy draft. We took 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, no wide receivers when we needed wide receivers, and we had a chance to draft a generational talent. And instead, we reached for a guy from Michigan, which that just hits me in a sour spot. The only thing that saved that draft was getting Shador as late as we did. Saved us. I don't like the whole show behind Shador, but now he's motivated. He does have some game. Hey, and he could be a prime time like that's a big story. He's a big name guy, big name brand. What about you? What did the Falcons do? The Falcons do anything?
Yeah, we took some defensive players. I hated to trade up in the back in the first round to draft that defensive end from Tennessee, but apparently we have $60 million available in cap space next year, so we plan on spending it all on players. So that's why we went and traded to get that DN. But I liked what the Browns did personally. I thought that Shador Sanders, you got your QB of the future. I mean, I thought Dylan Gabriel over him was one of the worst picks of the entire draft, but I thought the other ones were good. I really like Judkins' pick. I know you hated it, but I think Judkins is a better running back suited for the NFL with his catching ability and just a lot of the things he can do. Like, I think Judkins is your prototype NFL running back, and I think he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks or running backs in the league. I think he's a lot. I think he is the NFL style. Like, he's a 3-down back, and there's not a lot of those.
I fully agree with you there. I liked Henderson better, and he has more like bust away speed, like big playability.
Yeah.
But in terms of like taking a beating and in terms of like Cleveland's offense, I think Judkins is the better fit. I don't really have a problem with the Judkins pick I love the Fannin pick too at tight end. We're going to go back to 2 tight end sets. Like, I really, really like that. I cannot stand the pick at 5, and I even more cannot stand the pick at 33. You cannot reach like that first or second pick in the fucking second round and you take a projected mid-third round linebacker. Like, I get it's not an offensive need, but it's a need on our team. But god damn, he's not even that good. He's fucking slow as shit. He's gonna man. And like, the reason I don't like, golly, I lost my pen. I love having a pen in my hand. But the reason that I really don't like the pick at 5, I watched the tape against Texas. Texas's offensive line is as close as you're going to get to an NFL offensive line, and he got dominated. The kid got fucking dominated against Texas. I think he's going to get thrown around in the NFL, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully you are wrong for your sake, bro. I think you might be, though, so we'll see what happens here. With that being said, let's get into our NBA picks here tonight, guys. We got 2 games tonight in the NBA. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers, Bro's team, taking on the Miami Heat tonight, up 3-0 in the series. The spread on this game is 8.5 points. The total is 211.5. I'll go first here since this is Bro's squad. I'm going to go over here. I took it at 211 earlier, and I still endorsed it at 211.5. Look, Miami should play better here at the house. First of all, Miami scored over 100 points in both games in Cleveland, and they come out here on the road. They're at the house, and they only score 87 points. Now, I talk about it all the time. We'll talk about it again here because we probably won't be able to play on it again. NBA playoff games that start before 3 o'clock East or 2:30 Eastern time. The under in these games is now 24-10, and we cashed 2 bets on unders again this weekend. When you take a look at those stats and how this game played out, it was the perfect environment for an under, and now it's all factored in the number, and they still hit 211 points on a 213 total, and Darius Garland didn't play. Darius Garland's playing tonight, right?
Everything I see says yes, but there's no official ruling.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably going to play tonight. I think that this is the perfect spot for these 2 offenses to come out here and shoot a lot of threes. Cleveland only hit 15 threes last game. Miami only took 10 free throws. This is the perfect environment to push some pace here and us to get over the total. I see a 120 to like 107 type game right here. I think Miami gets at least 105 points here. I think Cleveland will score around 120 points here. I could only take the over in this game tonight, and that's going to be my play here.
Yeah, I mean, I really do like the over. I know I said this before. I would stay away from the Cavs. I saw. I mean, Memphis covered and their last game. I think Cavs win, but I don't think they cover. I think it's gonna be a very close game, and I think hungry dogs run faster. Miami is going to like feel that like, hey, we need to get going. And they've seen success pushing the pace.
What you said right there works, but I also think back to what you said about Memphis. I think that Memphis kind of came out and recognized the series was over and was like, you know what, let's leave it all out on the court one last time. I think Miami's kind of going to do the same thing here, and I think it's like you said, like they're just going to chuck shots in this game.
Yeah, 100%. And even if Garland doesn't play, I almost like the over more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Garland does play some defense. Ty Jerome plays no fucking defense. And I just think it's more susceptible, even more so, to the over. But I really, really like that play.
Yeah, and also, too, like, y'all destroyed them inside. They couldn't stop y'all at all inside, so y'all banged them out from outside in the first two games. So it's clear that y'all can do whatever you want to offensively here. And y'all have the number one road offense in the league, over 120 points per game on the road.
Wow. I didn't even know that. And I'm a Cleveland guy. That's crazy. Okay, look at T coming in with some freaking nuggets of knowledge.
Yeah,
guys.
That's offensive rating wise. So
okay. Everything's Cleveland themed today. Just a snip back to the MLB quickly. Jose Ramirez home run. Okay, just take it. But Donovan Mitchell, I'm telling you, we cashed yesterday on Luka. I didn't cash a lot of plays yesterday. I think I might pivot on what I do. I was so fucking confident that Luka was going over 28.5. I had zero doubt at all. Why was that not a max play? Why did I play more plays if I didn't love it like that? That clicked to me like, hey, if you don't love it like that, you shouldn't play it and maybe have less plays. But that cashed, and all we did was take advantage of a clear overreaction. I watched the fucking game. The dude was sick. He didn't look right. He was pale as a ghost. It's a fucking stomach flu. It's food poisoning. He's fine. Give him 72 hours. He bounces back. Donovan Mitchell last game shot 4 of fucking 18 from the field, I believe. 4 of 18, 4 of 19 from the field. That's terrible. It's atrocious. 23%. He is not going to shoot that bad again. And also, I just talked about how I believe this is going to be a closer game. We just talked about how we think the Heat are going to leave it all on the floor. There's going to be scoring, and I don't think it's going to be a blowout. And Donovan didn't play the last, 7 or 8 minutes of the last game because it was a blowout. So he didn't need to come back in. He didn't need to try. He was able to just put it on cruise control. Everybody else is fucking jacking shots. I don't care. I'm up 20 points. I will tell you this. The last game was the only game in his last 9. So 8 out of his last 9 playoff games, he's gone over 27 points. And in clinching games where Cavs could close it out, in his last 5, 27, 31, 28, 37, 41. So I think, and that's historically over the last 2 years in closeout games for the Cavs. So I think he goes off today. He scores over 25.5 points.
I like this play a lot, honestly. I think it's kind of like you said, he should definitely play better this game. And I think that it just kind of all, lines up here for there to be more points scored in this game. I really do. I think betting it over here, and I think that Donovan Mitchell, it's kind of like you said, like they just went to the rack on him last game. I think they're going to give more defensive attention to Mobley and Allen this game. So I think it's perfect for Donovan Mitchell to dominate them on the perimeter. I mean, they don't really have anybody to check him on the edge.
100%, dude. And they were getting cooked on pick and rolls, trying to go over the top and be aggressive. So you know what they're probably going to do? Go under pick and rolls. And then Donovan Mitchell's going to go fucking 7 of 10 from 3 again, or whatever he did in game 2. I like the play and I like points. So I like that, both plays work together here. You know what I'm saying that we have here? I like it. Mm-hmm. So that's the Cavs Heat. But tonight we have a very interesting game. And we are going to talk about the game. I don't have an official play quite yet. TP3 has a max play in his VIP. T, where the hell can they find that max play? Say they hypothetically were on this right now and they wanted it.
Yeah, guys, click the link in my bio. If you go on Fanbasis, use code TP3, get 40% off. You go on SoBet, not only do you get free plays on there, but you can get VIP on there as well. So click on either of those, go in there, get free plays, and go in there and join the VIP. We've been cranking up over 20 units in this month of April. So we're trying to keep the run going here. But like I said, I'm not going to give out my play here in this game. But my lean in this game is Jalen Green to go over 26.5 PRA. You look at Jalen Green, played bad last game, really bad actually last game. He struggled mightily in that game. I think it's the perfect spot for him to get back on track at 8 points, I believe 11 rebounds and assists. I mean, he had like 15 plus rebound and assist opportunities. He only took like 11 shots. I think Jalen Green's going to try to shoot the ball more in this game and assert himself. So I think it's a good spot for Houston to step back up here. I mean, you look at Houston last game, the whole cap of me taking their team total under and taking the under in the game was their first road game, and they've been struggling on at home. Like they scored because Jimmy Butler went down. They were able to score over 100 points in that game. The game before that, they scored like 85 points on their home court. I was like, they won't be right here in the spot, and they went under both those. So I think Houston should show up better in this game.
I like that. I will tell you this. Again, I don't have an official play. I do have an on-deck play for my VIP. If you're in my VIP, we have started a new on-deck strategy where we're just kind of monitoring the day as it goes. And if it's not going the way we want, the on-decks, they're called out. You're out. Hey, batter, swing, you're out. But if it's going hot, we're launching. Anyways, I would have to say that it's very sketchy that Jimmy Butler gets ruled in and the line barely moves. I think Golden State's very, very public. I love Golden State too. I like what they're doing. Oh, a little Sobe in here. A little Sobat.
Sobat has entered the chat, baby.
Oh,
Houston
wow.
money line.
Oh,
I
wow.
love it. I love it.
I do too. But I just think there's something really crooked going on here. I think there's something really crooked going on. Too many people are on Golden State. Line's not moving. And Jimmy Butler's missed a couple of games. You completely redid your game plan for him being out. Now you have to go back to him being in. I just think there's going to be just a little bit of cohesion issues. Yeah, and I just don't see it. I don't see it. I see probably a closer game. I wonder if maybe Golden State could win, but I definitely see a close game.
No, I'm with you on that. I think this game's going to be tight either way. Total wise, I don't have too much. I would lean a little bit though towards the over. They were pretty close last game, and like I said, it was Houston's first real playoff road game with this crew, so I'd lean a little more on the over in this game. If anything, like the whole cap last game, like I said, was Houston never played a true road game together. So I think that's where I would look in this game is the over. I mean, they shot 39% from the field. They're due for some positive shooting regression here tonight.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. When I looked at it originally, I wanted to take the under so bad because, like, the under just smacks you in the face. I mean, you look at a lot of the head-to-head matchups this year, and it's like, hey, neither of these teams are getting over 100 points. But they start cranking that number down to like 201, 202, 203, and shit starts to get sweaty. I mean, you got to pray that nobody's hitting shots, nobody gets hot.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. They got to hit some shots here. Like, they're so due to be hitting some shots in this game. It's got to happen. For sure, Ski. All righty. So, guys, today's kind of a smaller slate, smaller show, just because not a lot of MLB and only 2 NBA games. But, like I said, Jose Ramirez is going to hit a nuke. He's hit one off Bailey Ober. Ober has home run problems. Wind's blowing out. Nice and warm in Cleveland today. I like that. T, is there anybody you think hits a nuke? Let's go Marcell Ozuna. The Braves are in Colorado.
Okay.
Marcell Ozuna will be my pick today.
We love it. We're going to go 2 for 2 on home run props, and we're going to cash every bet that we just gave you. I'm speaking into an existence. It's happening here and now. T, what do you have for the people?
Hey, let's get this fucking money, guys. We'll see y'all back on here tomorrow. If you haven't already, go download SoBad. Use promo code CP3, promo code BroBro. Get over there. Get our free picks. Get our VIP. Let's cash. We're out.